Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Joe and this is UFC Collect Profit. Today I want to review a box I've been accumulating over the past few months, slowly but surely, buying boxes cheap when they come up for auction on eBay or if I find them on any other site when they're on sale. And that is the famous 2021 Panini Prizm UFC debut hobby box. So I'm specifically targeting only the hobby box. I'm not looking at blasters. I'm not looking at any other variation of any other way they distributed the product. Just the hobby box. It keeps it simple. It's easy to track the prices and it's something manageable. So I just want to do a little review of this set, break down some of the cards in it, and then look at some pricing data and then kind of circle back with my final thoughts on it. So again, this was the debut edition of UFC, and it's worth noting that when this was released, there was a lot of hype about this set, obviously. And I know even for myself, as somebody that was not collecting UFC at the time, even I purchased a case or two, I think it's 2 cases that I have of this product upon release. And the hobby box was broken down. It came with 2 autographs per hobby box, and each hobby box also came with 22 total Prizms. And as you can see here, it worked out 2 per pack. And we'll kind of break down some of the more interesting parts of this hobby box. They also included a separate insert or a separate breakdown called Sensational Signatures. And also had champion signatures, which you can see with this St. Pierre autograph. I believe every autograph was a sticker autograph, which isn't all that great. You can even see on this St. Pierre how he went off the edge of the sticker at the bottom, 1, 2 at the bottom, and then on the edge here. Also an instant impact insert, and then there was a fireworks insert, and then a fearless insert. And again, 2 autographs, 12 inserts, 22 Prizm parallels, and breaking down the base checklist. Green Prizm, silver Prizms, red, blue, purple, orange, premium box set Prizm. So this was a separate box set, and it's a complete set of all the base cards. And then I believe it included 1 insert autograph and then 1 other insert as part of it. I have a couple of these sets sealed that I never opened, but that's where the 99 comes from. It's kind of like a Mojo style insert. It's a cool looking card. Neon green Prizm out of 75, teal out of 49, pink Pulsar, green Pulsar, again the Mojo Prizms out of 25, gold lucky envelopes, octagon Prizms, and the black 101s. They had the vertical, which was the first 100 cards of the set, and here are the fighters here. Then they had the horizontal, which is the next 100 cards, some big names obviously here. I'm not going to go through every single one. I'm just going to give you a brief overview. If you want to, you can pause the video to take a look. So we go on that. We go to the autograph tab. See the champion signatures. Base with various parallels. The Octagon series. Again, base with various parallels. Sensational signatures checklist. The base signatures also. And then the inserts. Oh, I forgot to mention the Color Blast, obviously. So the debut edition of the Color Blast. I mean, these cards were super hard to pull, and these are Grail cards. These go for big money. But insanely gorgeous subset. You have the Fearless, Fireworks with the parallels, Instant Impact, Knockout Artist, which is kind of sick with the horizontal in-fight action. I love those cards. And that's basically about the summation of it. Just a basic overview of the set before we start doing a deep dive. If you want to, go to Beckett.com and get some more information. Now, next we go to the rookies. We have the Kamzat, obviously, probably the biggest one driving the rookie class of this. He has some also other big names in here, like Dan IG has a decent following. Giga just fought. Yuri's a huge one. Marab is huge. Big names here, though. Certainly some superstars. Gilbert, Gone, Michael Chandler. It's interesting to note on this rookie checklist that last time I checked, which was about a month ago, the Kamzat Black 1/1 has not been pulled, and that's a big deal. And the reason why that's a big deal, especially for the longer term value of the box, and I'm going to equate this to in basketball. So the Steph Curry Superfractor rookie has never been pulled out of the top rookie product for Steph Curry. I believe it was Fanatics recently just partnered up with one of the famous, he's retired now, but one of the famous announcers for, sorry, not announcers, one of the famous newscasters and people that break news for the NBA at the time. His name was Woj. I forget what his actual name is. I think it's Adrian Wojciechowski. But the point is, I'm kind of going off track here, but there's a point. I promise I'll loop back. So Fanatics did a break where they had him on breaking a box of Steph Curry's Topps rookie box, looking for the Steph Curry Superfractor. Now, they obviously didn't find it. They found a gold version of the card. But the point is, like, that box, I believe, is a 5-figure box. And if Kamzat keeps dominating and doing what he does in UFC, I think there will be a time, if this card is never found, that it'll help drive the value of the box just because it's a cool novelty. Also, as far as breakers go, breakers can focus on trying to chase the Kamzat 1/1 and make that a marketing aspect of it. And believe it or not, breakers on Whatnot still break this box. I literally saw one earlier today when I was trying to find singles of deals to buy on Whatnot. Somebody was breaking a box of this and selling it in an alphabetical style break where you buy an A or a B or a C by last name. C would be for the Kamzat, obviously. But anyway, just want to go over the rookie class and that it is important that the Kamzat 1/1 has not been pulled, at least last time I checked. Next, I want to go into like the highest sales ever out of this product. So you have like, and again, like a lot of these prices are from COVID era, so take these with a grain of salt. I doubt if these cards ever came up for sale again, they would ever reach these heights. Again, like this one's from 2024, a little more recent, but we'll go through these real quick just because they're cool. And it's fun to look at like big number cards. So like these first 10 are easily 5 figures. But you have the Khabib 1/1 Champion Signatures Auto. I mean, went for $47,000, which is absolutely insane. You have the base black 1/1 Khabib, went for $37,000. This one is probably the most wild price that it just shows you how insane people were back then. So not even the 1/1, but the McGregor at a 10 gold in a 10 did $31,800. Like that is so wild. We go to the Kamzat, the gold 10 out of 10 did $30,000. I mean, what a wild time. And this was 23, so within the past 2.5 years, but still totally insane. The Khabib Black Hollow 1/1 did $28,000. There's no picture, so I'm not going to click on that. A Khabib Gold 2 out of 10 did $26,000. Another McGregor 8 out of 10. So, I'm assuming the people that got into this try to mimic the same theory that a lot of individuals do in the basketball world, especially, is usually the gold out of 10 and the black 1/1 is what individuals focus on as high-end collectors of Prizm. And I think people were just copycatting the move over to UFC, which it makes sense. I get it. But, yeah, just these prices are just insane. Here's a more recent one. So in June of 2025, the Marab 1/1 did $16,000. And a PSA 10, that's an amazing card. I mean, if the Marab 1/1 did $16,000, like what would the Kamzat do? Again, just going through like tons of 5-figure deals out of this product. which is interesting to think about. So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind, like these huge numbers for these cards. And not all one of ones either. Like a lot of them are out of 10, a lot of, more manageable numbers. So now I want to go to what is currently listed on eBay for this box. So there's 21 boxes listed, assuming that they're all listed correctly. And I think it's important to think about this too, is like, what is the print run on these boxes? Like how many of these were made? And nobody has the numbers. Panini doesn't put out numbers like Topps does where you can reverse engineer it and guess. By the best estimates I could find online, by people much smarter than me, by kind of looking at the autograph data and trying to work backwards. So if the thought is that there's 2 autographs per box, and there's about 70 different fighters that signed autographs, and a lot of the autographs weren't like very highly numbered. There's not any that have 1,000 made, and a lot of the rookies cap out at 99 or lower. Like trying to use some of that data and just going backwards. If they estimate that there's between 40 and 70,000 autographs in the product, the best guess is that there are between 20 and 35,000 boxes of this made. So when you look at it from that point of view, if you try to guess how many opened or not, I would guess at least half of this product had probably been opened. I think that's a reasonable estimate, maybe more. But if you look at it from that point of view, 20 boxes for sale online on eBay is not that much. I mean, if you think there are 20,000 boxes made, it's only 1,000th of the population. But again, like we're just guessing and kind of like doing a little thought exercise. But yeah, so we look at the prices. So 2017, 17, these are all high. This box was selling at one time at $1,400, $1,200. It's come down over the years. I think now is the lowest it's ever been since release, which is kind of strange to me. Like it doesn't make any logical sense to me that a debut Prizm product with arguably, one of the best cards still out there, that the price keeps going down. But for somebody trying to accumulate, like I don't think I could have picked a better time. So we're going down here, the boxes at 11, 900, 1,000. The cheapest price you could buy this now is 800. I've been getting them at auction on eBay between 700 and 750. So while this is a good price for the card, for the box, I would reach out and try to get lower based on comps if you wanted to accumulate more of the positions. But again, only 20 boxes. Again, we're going to bring up waxstat.com. So I subscribe to waxstat.com. It's an easy place to go and look at pricing data for boxes in one consolidated place. I believe it's like $20 a month. You can build checklists. You can get price alerts. They send you an email every day with sales going on that you have access to. So I signed up for a month to try it out. The dude on Instagram that runs it, I forget his name, sent me his phone number and his information to maybe connect and discuss how I use it and maybe learn more about how they can improve the product. But right now, I'm pretty happy with it. So you see all the checklist data here that Beckett has, which is kind of helpful and unique that it's located here in one spot. And the pricing data here, again, the cheapest you can buy it on here is $950. Blowout has it, even though it shows NA, Blowout does have it listed. I just want to click it to show you. So it's $1,000 on Blowout, which is probably a more reasonable way to look at it. So if it's $1,000 a Blowout, that's a mental anchor. Getting it for $750 seems like a steal to me, and they have 5 left, according to their website. And just looking at the sales data for the boxes over the last year, again, 710, 715. A lot of these are me. 786. Somebody bought one best offer at 800, 750, 750. Somebody bought one at 900 for September 4th, on September 4th. That one, I don't know what happened at 460. I wouldn't count that one. That's a single card. But again, these boxes were as cheap as $650. That was from Canada, so maybe the tariffs filtered on that. This one sold at auction $635. Super cheap. But yeah, if you look, these prices, they've come down. And, in my opinion, like, why would they go any lower? Obviously, demand drives everything. But it is a piece of history. The Whatnot guy that was selling it did sell out of his break, so I know people are still interested. I think buying these at 700 and just accumulating a strong position and just keep buying responsibly and staying within your budget, I think that's a smart move. And I think I can justify it. Like, it makes sense in my head when I talk it through what this product represents, what it means. It's only 4 years old. And moving forward, I think more people are going to care about this because it was an interesting point in history. It was during COVID. The prices spiked. Tons of 5-figure sales of cards in here. The people that are more historical collecting UFC and the bigger collectors that spend big money, like, the cards that come out of this product are iconic and they're part of the UFC culture, and people still consider them grails. So $700 a box when royalty is $800 or $900. And again, you can't compare the products really. I think this means more to UFC hobbyists and collectors than royalty does or will. And I think it's just a cool product. So again, that's kind of my summation of this. I don't know if I would consider this a super deep dive. Just reading some of the comments about this online and getting some feedback from some other collectors, like, people still hold this set in such high regard, and the boxes are still special. And I think that's what's important to me. You know what I should do? I'm going to do this. Even though I prepared these tabs here, I want to see what the 2021, what the color blasts go for. Just out of curiosity. I should have pulled that up because it does drive the value, but just for my own sake. So you look at some recent sales. So the Yan 10 did 1,200. The John Jones and a 9 did 1,000. And again, like, there's still a huge value in these. And yes, they're really hard to pull, but I don't know. I think that these first year color blasts are amazingly iconic. The Poirier 10 went for 900. I mean, this card is a pop 14. I don't know. If I would have known this was going up for sale, I would buy this for 900 without a doubt. The Izzy, what did the Izzy go for? The Izzy's a pop 16 and a 10. I know, looking at these cards makes me want to get the whole color blast set. Like, why wouldn't you if you love UFC? You know, it looks like here that somebody, yeah, so this MN Sports car sold off 3 of them in 10s. So even like the Robert Whittaker, who's a lesser of a fighter, at least popularity-wise, pop 17 went for 550. The Nunes, pop 16. I mean, just 6 sick cars. Oh, the Khabib here in a 10. Kind of going off track here, but I just wanted to pull up the color blast, see that they still go for big money. You know, here's the McGregor. Pop 15 did 21.75. These were all within the last few months. So anyway, that is my, we'll call it a medium dive. So we're not going to say we went into the deep end of the pool. I wouldn't say this was the 10-foot end of the pool. We'll say this was the 4-foot end of the pool. On 2021 Panini Prizm debut edition hobby boxes, and why I think they are important. And, you know, thinking back to when I bought these 4 years ago and how excited I was about the product, I still have those cases. When I buy sell product, I don't sell it. I hold on to it and I sit. So if I bought it and it peaked up to 1,400 or 1,300 and now it's down to 700, like, those boxes are still being stored. Like, they haven't done anything. And you can make the argument, oh, if I would have spent more money in different places and I would have better use of the money. But when you're buying sealed, you have to have intense discipline, patience, and belief in the hobby. And more than ever now, I believe in UFC. I think in a year or two, we're going to look back on this video and you're going to kick yourself, you watching right now, of why you didn't at least pick up a box for $700 to $725. I firmly believe that. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the idiot. Maybe these tank. Maybe no one cares. Maybe it goes down to $500. And who knows? but time will tell, like it always does. So again, please like and comment if you learned a little something in today's video. It really helps out the algorithm. Please subscribe to the channel. I do daily UFC content, even on Christmas Day today. I'm doing UFC content just because I enjoy it. I get a kick out of it. It's fun to test my theories, and I think it's just fun to test theories of life in general. If you believe in something, you have conviction, you owe it to yourself to see it through and to see it through to the end. And I have conviction in UFC, UFC seal product, and we are going to find out if I'm right or not. So with all that said, be safe, stay healthy, take your vitamins every day, make sure you drink your water, do your 30 minutes of cardio every day. It's good for your heart. And I will talk to you again soon.